press pause and answer the question.
Now we're looking at the same condition, but instead of trying to solve for after how much time might these two planes collide, we want to know at what altitude, at what height would the two planes be when they're the same altitude. What is that altitude going to be? And the answer is this one. It's 16,170 feet. Let's go ahead and do the problem. So before, we had one going up and we had one coming down, and we were trying to find out how many minutes, so kind of this number here. But now we have one going up and we have one coming down, and we're trying to find this number here, the altitude of the plane. So we'll start off with those same two equations, right? We're going to start off with A equals 20,160 minus 190m. That's the descending plane formula relating altitude and the number of minutes that have gone by. And the other formula is A equals 10,500 plus 270m. That's the description of the second plane, the one that's ascending. It's going to be 270 feet up every minute that goes by. And so before, we were solving for m, so we wanted to solve for a first so we could eventually isolate m. But this time is the opposite. We actually want to figure out what a is. So we're going to solve for m first. So we'll take this first one. We'll take this a equals 20,160 minus 190m, and we'll try to isolate the m. So we'll add 190m to both sides. So we have 190m plus a equals 20,160. And then we'll subtract a from both sides, and we get 190m equals 20,160 minus a. And then we'll divide both sides by 190, and we get something that's a little bit clumsy. We get m is equal to 20,160 over 190 minus a over 190. Now we could probably reduce that fraction a little bit, but frankly doing so won't make our lives really that much easier, I don't think anyway. So now let's plug in. We're going to plug in the m, which we got from this first formula here, and we're going to plug it into this place right here on the second formula. So now we'll rewrite the second formula, which was a equals 10,500 plus 270m. Again, we're never losing sight of what that formula means. It means the altitude of the second plane is equal to the height that the plane started at when we started paying attention, plus 270 feet higher for each minute that goes by. But we're going to replace that m with this new value. So our new formula is a equals 10,500 plus 270 times, instead of m, we're going to replace that with 20,160 over 190 minus a over 190. And we're going to run that all out. So we get a equals 10,500 plus 28,648 minus 1.42a, because we just took 270, multiplied it by a, and divided that number by 190. Then we'll take that negative 1.42a, and we'll add 1.42a to both sides. So then on this side we get 2.42a is equal to, and we'll combine these two numbers, and we get a value of 39,148. Divide both sides by 2.42, and we get a number that looks like about 16,170. That's our altitude, and that's our answer, 16,170 feet. And again, that's this right here. That's the height that both airplanes are when they're at the same height.